Welcome to Yeoman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Mids offense will go on the attack first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's an awesome-looking carry, and you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the rock.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's live. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off play action. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Navy, 7, Tulane, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But
turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Freeman. Tripped up for the tackle. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. This offense has it with really good field position. Gets the back moving. Going right to work up top. Firing to the right, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. It is good. That brings him to within 1.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Finds his man. It's fired. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Heckendorf. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Complete to the right. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Under fire. There he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there.
Back's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've settled for field goals on each of their last 2 drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll give it to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, midshipman. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. From the gun, the give, looking for room. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Clay. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Navy offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got...
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. You've got to be able to run if you're the Navy quarterback like Roger the Dodger back in the day.
Yeah, you know it. You came here, you signed up for it. When you go to Navy and you play quarterback, you know what your responsibilities are, and just running the football with some toughness, making great decisions, that is your job.
You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Grab near the sticks. It's McCaffrey. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Love. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Powers through the defender. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Dances away. And some room to work. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Navy! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Got a little space. Can't get him to the ground. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed.
He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Clay. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tulane! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Massey. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Heckendorf.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage right now. They got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Fires it incomplete. Navy now facing third and short. The offense changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On fourth down, going to the air. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Nestled just inside that right upright. They're hanging around here, leads down to 12. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you?
Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Navy will go back on the attack. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's fired.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The offense gets a fresh set of downs after the PI. We'll see if the defense can regroup and put together a stop. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Dangerous screen into traffic. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
It's a fake. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Snags it. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I'll tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 8 over Washington State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Catch in the middle. It's Freeman. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
He's going to throw deep right side. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Oh, better look out. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage.
Tight end trying to get in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, midshipman! And the stomping has commenced.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
16.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Green Wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And Navy will go back on the attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half, and starting off the...
There he goes. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. Still running at the 40. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give to the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. Tries to get it on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The give to the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Brings up second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the counter. Finds a little space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Power football with the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Makes the catch. It's Heckendorf. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's fired. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Got loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the... And they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Navy offense. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop.
Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Rifles it down the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already
makes the grab on the left side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
and they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the